Hi, I'm Peter Birch. This week we're going to look at some of my monitors. Welcome to CritterCam. One of the gorgeous species of monitors that I'm working with, and I've absolutely fallen in love, are these short-tailed monitors. They're absolutely gorgeous little creatures. This is an adult female right here in my hands. It's rumoured to be one of the smallest, if not the smallest monitor in the world. Absolutely gorgeous. Believe it or not, they actually spend more time under the ground than they do on top of the ground. So they spend a lot of time burrowing, sleeping underground, which is a little bit weird, I believe, but they sleep underground. They'll come up out of the ground in the late evening to hunt and search for food. And just like all monitors, they absolutely love eating insects. Just make sure you give them plenty of calcium, UV light, and these guys love temperatures around 55 to 60 degrees, and that's a basking spot. That's pretty hot, isn't it? You can imagine walking out in the desert, standing on the sand, burning your feet, but underneath the sand are these guys here, coming out in the late evening, soaking up the heat from that sand. I mean, these things are absolutely gorgeous. They lay between two and 4 eggs, and I've had pretty good success breeding these beautiful creatures over the last couple of years. One would say I've almost raised myself a small army, but this is just one of the few of the beautiful little monitors I'm working with. Another one of these little monitor species I love working with are the Gillen's monitor, Varanus gilleni. I mean, known for their ability to climb, their arboreal nature is absolutely amazing. I mean, this guy here, we've had him out a few times in a couple of shows. He's a great animal, very amenable to handling, but unfortunately, occasionally he likes to go for the throat. He goes in for the bite, so I've got to keep an eye on him. Come back here. Now, they're absolutely gorgeous little creatures. They inhabit some of the central parts of Australia, really harsh areas, right up through Central Australia, Northern Territory, up through Western Australia. They've got this greyish coloration which actually helps them to blend into the trees that they like to hide in. They like to hide in hollows and under bark and all sorts of cool stuff. They will feed on small reptiles like geckos, skinks, and even other small little creatures they can find. Man, this guy is very active. An absolutely drop-dead gorgeous animal, just like the last guy, full of personality. I mean, look at that face. How could you not fall in love? Here's another little beauty right here. This ridge-tailed monitor, or spiny-tailed monitor, the Varanus acanthurus. Absolutely gorgeous animals, inhabiting an area from central Queensland right across into WA. And of course, in central Queensland, they start off as the yellow type. By the time they get to WA, they look more like this. The really dark reds and purples and maroons are absolutely gorgeous little creatures. I mean, a very popular pet. They're a medium-sized animal. This animal here is going to double this size easily. I mean, they do make great pets. They do become quite amenable with handling, of course, like most animals. And I mean, for a monitor, a nice body size, nice colours, patterns, as well as texture. This guy here would absolutely take the prize for sure. A gorgeous little critter, aren't you, little fella? And just like all monitors, in those areas of harshness, they'll eat just about anything they can find, and unfortunately, maybe occasionally one of their own kind, a smaller one. It's pretty harsh. One of the other cool species I'm working with is one of the larger Australian monitors, the lace monitor. In this case, it's the Bell's Phase colour face. So they actually get this name because of these dark black and yellow bands down their body, which are very prevalent. The lace monitor is a decent size Australian monitor, and I mean, these guys really mean business. They've got these amazing legs. The back legs are just like the front legs, just as powerful. They point completely the opposite way, and at all times we need to be cautious about the sharp end here. As you can see, yeah, she's not very happy about this. She's having a bit of a bite there on my shoe. And I mean, I don't really want to upset her too much. These guys don't get handled a lot. I do keep them in aviaries outside, and it's kind of evident by the way that they handle compared to other beautiful animals here. The easiest way is to try and manipulate them with their tail But like I say, these guys are absolutely strong. She might not, she probably looks a little bit aggressive there. She's nipping at stuff, but that's because I'm holding her tail. She's not used to being restrained like this. And I mean, I don't particularly like doing this, but if I do let her go, she will take off, and it's going to cause all sorts of hassles for myself. Now, one of the best thing about some of these Australian monitors is the fact that they can basically, they're from their shoulders to their head, they can articulate. In other words, they can reach right around and basically bite their front legs. So if you're holding a little bit too far back, you get reminded very rapidly that you're holding in the wrong spot. So unless you know what you're doing with these larger monitors, I wouldn't encourage you to try and catch them or even play with them, because they do have a nasty bite and can cause some very severe problems by severing fingers and tendons and all sorts of stuff. I think we might just put her away because we've got one more animal to talk about. No better way to finish the show up with my friend Spud. Spud here is a Perenti, Australia's largest monitor, growing to about 2.5 to 3 metres long, an absolutely gorgeous creature at that. I mean, Spud here is about 18 months old, got plenty of growing to do, and who would believe, from the smallest of monitors that we spoke about today being the brevicorder, the short-tail monitor, right through to this guy here, that they're all related. And more than so, they're actually related to the Komodo dragon. Now make sure you leave a comment below for myself and for Spud to respond to. We will be responding. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, and don't forget Instagram, of course. And if you're thinking about looking at some of our older shows, check out our own channel at Criticam on YouTube. Thanks for watching Criticam.